FIFA has come out fighting, accusing critics of a concerted and ongoing effort to undermine its president, Gianni Infantino. It follows claims that UEFA paid off an alleged mistress while Mr Infantino led European football's governing body, allegations which, of course, he denies. James Green is with me in the studio. Right, so another day, another twist in this story. Infantino clearly fighting back. What have FIFA said?
Yeah, it's a story that keeps on giving, doesn't it? Ever since the World Cup, FIFA has been in the news almost daily with allegations and boycott threats to his presidential future as well. And look, FIFA came out fighting. You mentioned about the allegations while he was General Secretary of UEFA, and they came out fighting with a statement, and a strong statement yesterday. And we're going to get to this statement now. And they basically said it's increasingly evident that there is a concerted and ongoing effort by some to undermine FIFA and its president. Now, those who do not have the support of FIFA's member associations should not seek to achieve through allegation, insinuation or misinformation what they cannot achieve through FIFA's established democratic processes. So the statement is fighting that those in opposition of Gianni Infantino and wanting him to be removed as president and wanting to put somebody perhaps more favourable to them, that they're using these sort of tactics to undermine him and to get him out of FIFA. FIFA is saying we do not want that, we do not like that, we're not going to stand for it anymore. Gianni Infantino's got now a lot of support back on his side. So it's almost he spent this whole time since that multi-billion stake that he was willing to sell in the commercial rights to FIFA tournaments to private investors. Since that all came to light, they've now parked that because they want unity, as they say. But ever since then, there's been certainly an effort to move away from Gianni Infantino. There's questions over whether he's being transparent, there's question over his governance and the decisions that he's making. Bear in mind, he made this decision away from some of his key allies within FIFA, without the knowledge of federations and confederations. Nobody knew this was happening. And Gianni Infantino is somebody who has openly said FIFA is a non-profit organisation. When he was criticised about the high ticket prices in the US, he said, well, these events are so important for us, for global football and to invest in football, that we kind of need to do this because we're a non-profit organisation. Well, if he was selling off the rights, they wouldn't be a non-profit because there'd be people making some serious money from this. So, look, he's come out fighting. They had a meeting this week and he started to get people within FIFA back on his side. Confederations in Africa and South America have always been Gianni Infantino fans, so to speak, been on his side. They're backing him once again. Mexico backing him. Argentina came out with a statement saying they back the work that Infantino's done over the last 10 years. But there is still the criticism. There is still UEFA who are standing firm, standing strong against him. They don't trust him. That's their words. They lost confidence in his leadership and they question whether he is the right man to move forward.
And obviously they've been talking about this boycott. I mean, is that going to work? Well,
look, the threat's still there. There's no guarantee that that's going to happen. It's very complicated if they were to do that. I mean, we're talking about breaking up world football if that was to occur. There's talk about UEFA trying to start their own global competition, something that they say has been in the pipeline for some time. They have plans in place in case this kind of situation arises, but they're not too far down the line on that. But you can't imagine a FIFA World Cup without teams in Europe. Spain are the World Cup champions at the moment. England, France, so the biggest nations in the world won't be taking part of it. So it's an extreme view. They're standing on that threat still. They still want a change in the governments. They're still not happy with the transparency. They still believe there's lots of questions to be asked. But it's getting a little bit murky. And I still think from that statement that FIFA released and the previous statements they've released as well, I don't think they're addressing kind of the elephant in the room, which is Gianni Infantino. They are linking Infantino with FIFA. Well, it feels like this is an Infantino thing, not a FIFA problem. I don't think UEFA have got a big problem with FIFA. Their main problem is Infantino at the moment. It's the man himself, and it's his actions that has led to all this happening right now. So, look, the story that keeps giving, I think there's a long way to go.
Yeah, you might be back in that seat at some point with an update for us in the next few hours. Thank you so much, James.